Welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing this evening? How are you, Bob?
I'm doing super. Lala can't be here tonight. She has to do something with her son.
Welcome, Gary. Hello, Tammy. Tess H. Liana. Lala. Liana King. Hello there. Eric Thompson. As everybody starts to slide in, Samantha and Cassie. Hello there. Welcome, everybody. So I got something playing in the background. So we are going to cover David Schultz. Hello, Rita. Nice to see you there. Very interesting case. Very interesting case. So this one, we're going to bring in the psychics. So this is for entertainment purposes only. All parties are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. So we do have to disclose that. So yeah, so it's out there. So yeah. So I checked the information before we went live, Bob, and I didn't see any relevant information,
No,
any breaking leads.
I love
They're
to.
still searching. So first up, let's bring Kelly Joe. Hello, Kelly.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Doing good. I
Good.
got that he was sort of a smart aleck. And I think he mouthed off and somebody got PO'd at him and bipped him off. Because I heard a gunshot. And he's by water. I don't know if there's like a like within 50 miles of where he was last seen, if there's like a lake, like park where you can go and run boats and ski-doos and boat dock and all that. That's what I saw.
Interesting. Okay. Stand by. I'll bring you right back here. Next up, Angela.
All right, so first of all, lite natten und glückliches Neues Jahr.
Varun, was ist los, yeah?
Yeah.
So what'd you come up with?
Okay, so I got a lot of words that were coming to me, and with some images. I got the first phrase I heard was "bones in the woods," deceased. I saw his picture with deceased written across it. A bad interaction, deer hunting, a deer hunting connection, and believe it or not, I saw the image. I'm going to be very specific with the gun, Remington Model 700. Okay, Remington Model 700. There's a deer hunting connection, and I got they were in an argument. There was a very large male that was the perpetrator of this. They had been friends for a long time. Big guy, but he's very, how would you say, very much wants to be in control. He wants things his way. And there was a dispute over property. There was a prior dispute they had where they looked like it was in front of the victim's house on his yard and his property. He asked the perpetrator to leave his house. Guy got in a pickup truck, I believe it's a C-1500, left the property. And then while they were out hunting, I could see that the victim was out hunting, and it looked like the perpetrator came upon him in the woods. First thing I got, he was struck, like physically struck. I also saw knife. I kept getting an implication of stabbing, but mostly he was shot. He was shot after he was struck with the gun and shot. Like I usually don't, use the gun as a tool that way because I'm afraid it will go off. But the person just started hitting him with the gun first and then shot him. And I also kept seeing cutting the body as well with a knife.
Wow.
So the first, I did use the runes just to see if I could get more information. So the first thing I got that he has crossed over, and they had a friendship, and it was disrupted. It just feels like it's a property or boundary line dispute of some kind between the two. Like it has something to do with property. Then I got strength, which is I just got the impression of a very large man who's very, very strong. Tall, broad guy, big guy, not fat, big guy. I keep seeing him in camouflage. I keep seeing him big boots. I also got that when I picked this up too, this and I got this man's personality. He'll be friends with you for a while, but he wants things done. When he's dead set in something, he wants something, he's going to get it, bully you to get. I got the impression too that he bullied the victim for quite some time up to when he had passed. But the victim was kind of, I would say smarting off, but he was not just smarting off, but kind of very also dead set on his position and regards to property. I got also that he was struck. So when I saw this, I got, this just means this is so low that could represent a lightning bolt. I just like he's got struck. And this is where I get the impression of being shot. And that's where I saw the Remington 700 come up. And I also saw this. This is Thor's sauce. It just means thorn, but it could also be a sharp knife, a sharp sword. I kept seeing a knife, like he was not just beaten and shot, but also I could see belly being sliced with the knife.
Ooh.
And I also, it just means death. I kept seeing him that he's in the woods, near water. But it doesn't feel like big water. It feels more like a swamp or a pond that's on public ground, like maybe a swampy area. I just see like marsh, like more swamp, not really a big lake.
Interesting. All right, stand by. Next up, Cat.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
I've got a little bit of trouble with this one. I feel there was an altercation. He was set up originally. Then there was an altercation. Another person got injured with a gun. It was self-defense. And the word peanut brittle. I'm sorry, I can't go any further with this one. It seems to be connected to a couple of other issues, but I feel he's being blamed for something he didn't do. He just wanted to be left alone. These guys hassled him. Then there was the altercation. One of them got hurt pretty bad, like dead. And there was there's paperwork that's gone missing. It's connected to other things, so it's not as simple as what it looks like on the outside. And I feel he's being blamed for something he didn't do. And there's a setup involved, something to do with the person that got shot. Something's not right about that. It feels staged. Yeah, sorry, but the main word I got through this was peanut brittle. Peanut brittle.
I wonder what that means.
It's not a password. It's not a code word. It's a special word. It means something to him personally.
Huh.
I love peanut brittle. Maybe he or somebody else involved loves to eat it. Make it.
I can't elaborate. Sorry, I can't elaborate on that one.
It's a nice candy.
Yeah, it's beautiful, but I feel he's not going to be looked after very well because it doesn't seem to be truthful in the blame. But I feel there's been setups that he doesn't know about to make it look like he was bad.
Huh. Okay.
Sorry, I can't elaborate on this one. I've got privacy issues on this one.
All right, not a problem. Stand by. All right, here. Let's see here. Interesting. And Melinda is not able to make it, so she sent the video in. So let me play her video here. Let's see here.
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry I won't be able to be live. I started a new job, and so I'm still at work. Anyway, I'm doing this for Grizz. He gave us this image, so let me pull up the image. So just bear with me just for a second until I can pull it up here. Okay. All right, so that is what Grizz gave to us. And so I worked on this, and it was a little bit weird because I kept getting the word found. I don't know what that means. I don't know if he's trying to say he wants his body found or, but the word found, he kept saying it repeatedly. I do feel that he is deceased. There's something I kept showing me something about a four-wheeler. Anyway, that's what it looked like to me, was a four-wheeler. Again, I do feel, unfortunately, he is deceased. I feel that he did have some maybe, I don't know how to say this. He maybe had some issues going on, health issues. He may have had mental issues, possibly. But the big picture here is I do feel he is deceased. He kept adamantly showing me the four-wheeler and the word found. I have no idea what that means. I do, when I asked him to show me the area where he is or was or whatever, he showed me that there was tall trees, there was like a ravine or a ditch. It was very wooded, water was around. And then he would show me found. He'd show me the word found. So I'm very unsure what that means. The only thing that I can gather, it's either, you know, he's wanting to be found, or I was really stumped with it. But at the same time, I do feel that I do feel he will be found. See, I keep, even as doing this, he comes in flashes and he's like, found, found. So guys, if you find out anything with Grizz, if you find out what that means, please let me know. But I do feel that he's in close proximity to where he was last seen. When I say that, it could be because I kept seeing a house, but then I said like a wooded area, and I felt like he went into the wooded area or something to that nature. But you know, he's in proximity. I'm going to say within 5 miles of where he was last seen. Again, I do feel he was deceased. He, you know, and when I say was, it's because he's here, and I hear him. He said, "I'm deceased. I'm deceased." Anyway, and I don't feel like. I feel like it was natural to a certain degree, or maybe lack of medication, or lack of maybe the elements, a combination of it all. Because I do feel that because he keeps saying, I'm deceased, I'm deceased. And then the word found. So anyway, Grizz, I hope this helps. Again, I'm sorry I can't be on. I may be doing this to all of them, unless Grizz can push the show back at a later time. But anyway, that's what I get. And again, if you find out anything of what found means, please let me know. All right, guys. Thank you very much.
Interesting. So, now his name is David Schultz. And here's how the story goes. The Sac County Sheriff's Office released a dispelling rumors and layout of a timeline regarding Mr. Schultz's disappearance on November 21st, 2023. And this is from what news article? It's from the local news department from Anna Coates. It starts out, Sac County, Iowa. Nearly 3 weeks after 53-year-old Wall Lake man David Schultz was reported missing, the Sac County Sheriff's Office shared a release dispelling rumors about the November 21st disappearance. The Iowa Division of Criminal Investigations confirmed via forensic here we go. Mute that. Late in the afternoon, I found out that he missed a load, and my stomach got sick. She told Local 5 in late November, he would never miss a load. He's their guy. From one I knew something bad was wrong. So another tip given to investigators claimed someone named David Schultz had a one-way flight from Indianapolis, Minnesota to Phoenix, Arizona on November 21st. DCI, along with the Minneapolis Airport Police and the airline, confirmed it was not the missing man by using video footage at the gate in the ticket information.
Mm-hmm.
David Schultz left around 7 p.m. on November 20th to deliver a shipment of hogs from Eagle Grove to Sac City. Workers at the Eagle Grove hog confinement said Schultz showed up late to pick up his load, and the last truck loaded was his that night. He left the confinement around 10:50 p.m. Around 11:15 p.m., surveillance footage revealed Schultz stopped at the MM 126 truck stop in Fort Dodge for 16 minutes before leaving. He then drove on West Highway 20, which is the last time he was seen on DOT cameras. His cell phone records corroborate this timeline, according to the investigators. Investigators say the DOT camera footage from Highway 4 and Highway 20 was not usable, and there's no video evidence of him stopping at the truck stop located near Highway 4. Around 12:18 a.m. on November 21st, cell phone data shows Schultz arriving at Highway 20 and 71. He then headed north to the location where his truck was found. Investigators believe it could have been there since approximately 12:40 a.m. The hog load never made it to its final destination, and his abandoned semi-truck was discovered around 3 p.m. on November 21st near 190th Street and Union Avenue. Less than an hour before his truck was found, Sheriff Schultz had reported him missing for nearly 20 hours with no contact. Schultz's cell phone and wallet was found in the parked semi. Since the investigation began, volunteers have searched more than 100,000 acres on foot with K9 and VI Air using drones and Iowa State Patrol planes. No heat signatures of a person has been detected, and Schultz yet has not been found. If you have any information about Schultz's whereabouts or disappearance, contact the local enforcement or the Sac County Sheriff's Office at 712-662-7127. And next, let's see here. Present. And what's really interesting is this.
The wife of one of the two missing men in Sac County is speaking out. Local 5's Megan McPherson sit down with Sarah Schultz, who's holding out hope that her husband David will come home.
As volunteers continue to search the area looking for any sign of Schultz, his wife.
Well, it's buffering. Go ahead.
That photo, was that him on the right?
Yes.
Is that like a
younger?
Younger. Okay.
Right.
Because yeah. Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Well, I don't think it's going to play, so we'll play the other one.
Listen, there's a good chance somebody.
Nope, not wanting to play. Well, what's interesting, there's another man missing too.
Is that?
Yeah, a week apart, same date. So not even 20 miles away.
Wow.
Okay.
So it's not going to play. I don't know why. But yeah, so that's very interesting. We covered it on the first part of number one, the part one of the show. And it's strange because nobody can understand why another person went missing a week later on his date anniversary. So which was strange. But, you know, they found this semi-truck parked in the middle of the road facing the opposite way, full of hogs.
Abandoned in the middle of the road.
And
I don't know.
and
I don't know why it stayed there so long without being investigated.
is that northeast of where he was last seen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. About more than about 40 k's.
Yeah, about 20 miles. About 20 miles.
Oh, okay, miles. Sorry, yep. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know about the mileage or anything like that. I didn't map it out.
Yeah, no, sorry, I should have.
So they're still actively looking right now. So.
Oh yeah, because this has only been going on 3 weeks, 4 weeks.
But I don't think the other person's connected.
So you think it's a separate case?
Yeah, it's coincidental.
Okay.
It was interesting to me that so as you well know, Grizzly, hunters use four-wheelers. So one got hunting and the other one got four-wheeler.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I got strong deer hunting, and like I kept hearing deer hunting rifle. Well, I saw the gun, and I looked through the guns. I'm like, wow, that's not like any of ours. I wonder what model gun I'm seeing. So I looked at the I was like, I know the configuration of this gun. Why can't I think of the gun? And I kept looking. Oh yeah, Remington Model 700. And that's an extra long barrel. All my guns are short barrels, so I saw that like, wow, they used a Remington 700 that was involved in this crime. I saw it very clearly.
He definitely was shot in the head.
Oh wow.
That's it. I'm not.
But they all kind of gave very specific details about the location. Wooded area, near water. One got a ravine, so that they ought to be able to look at a topographic map from where the truck was found and find some features like that and search that area. But they searched 100,000 square acres.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of pine trees? Like I've called this man because we just get the photo. I called this case Pine Cone Man. Is there a lot of pine forest around there?
Boy, I tell you what. Well, except it depends on part of Iowa. But Iowa is quite flat, mostly grassland, and they grow corn.
Yeah, Iowa's pretty flat out there. I've seen.
That's Tornado Alley, isn't it?
Not as much as down further south, like Oklahoma and Texas.
But is there a lake around where he was?
I didn't look.
We'll look.
Yeah, I didn't look on a map.
Because it feels like either, a place like a land that you can go to and have a lake and all that, or BML land with a lake. Bureau of Land Management.
Mm-hmm.
I've got above ground vegetation, creek beds, cliffs. Rural, private property, secured.
Interesting.
Yep.
And do you know if he was well trained and was he in the force at any time?
Well, they didn't really give too much information on it. When I did the first initial review of the case, I wanted to make sure it wasn't one of those ones that just walked away from his life and said, screw it, want to start a new life with another woman or another family.
Yeah.
And when I didn't find that out and I didn't see him get arrested, the first red flags I saw was when they indicated they had a potential match of a person getting a one-way plane ticket, but they debunked that before we did the first show.
Also, did anybody notice a truck? Like I'm seeing silver, a big silver colored truck, like a C-1500 or a 2500, a big truck.
Like a Ram truck.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw that too. It was a double cabby.
But I'm going to tell you, that will not be rare in that part of Iowa.
No, it wouldn't
Would
be.
they carry the hogs in one like that?
No. He's in a semi-trailer he's out of a hog trailer. But all the people around there are in farmland and they drive those trucks.
Oh,
right. Right,
Whoops.
they need to move their animals around with the trucks because you can't haul them with any lightweight truck. You need a dually to drive your
Right,
animals around.
right. If you're handling critters.
It'll be the most popular vehicle in that area.
Right.
So plus it wouldn't be uncommon for one to have a 4-wheeler in the back either, sitting in the back of the pickup
It
truck.
would not be uncommon, especially if they're hunters. That people
And-
put their 4-wheeler in the back, drive it down some ramps, go hunting.
What is a mule like a 4-wheeler? A mule?
A
Oh
mule.
yeah, mule is like what do you call those?
Those are the ones. That,
Kubotas
yeah, those. Yeah, we got one
side
of
by
those.
side.
Yeah,
Side
they're
by
side by
side.
sides. Yeah, and ours has a dump bed, so yeah, you could have one of those potentially. There's this.
So
The
would
one-
that be classed as long wheelbase?
No, they're the same wheelbase as your typical 4-wheeler. They just have a body on it that has a dump bed and 2 seats, so you can sit side by side. That's really it. In fact, you can actually lift the entire body off of it and see the engine, look down on the engine in the middle.
Here, I'll pull up a picture of a side by side.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the Kubotas are really popular.
so I would look for the Remington 700.
What caliber is that?
It can be a 30-06, 308, different
Oh,
calibers.
Depending
big boy.
on, it's a long rifle.
I kept getting 30-06.
That's consistent.
So a long arm or a handgun?
No, it's a long
rifle.
Long rifle.
Like a sniper gun.
Well,
Remington.
it's a hunting gun.
It's
A
hunting-
Remington?
definitely-
Remington?
Remington 700 would
Remington
be
700
I'm with
comes
you.
in a sniper package too, so I've got one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
But mine's
Grizzly has
308.
quite the gun collection.
That's a
Yes.
side by
Oh,
side.
okay. All right. Yeah, I saw something like that,
Okay.
That's what a side by side looks
but
like.
I didn't know
Oh,
what it
okay.
was.
Yep. Those
Oh,
those are very
Here's-
popular. All my brothers-in-law had one.
Oh. okay.
Yeah, if they're deer hunting, they'll be using those too.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And the other bloke that's missing, is he far away? Like, are they in like?
Less than 20 miles.
Okay.
Just under 40 kilometers away.
Okay.
But that's far enough away, especially in that not densely populated part of Iowa, for them to be totally unrelated.
Yeah, they're not related.
It's interesting.
And they don't feel related either to me. It just
I'm
seems
sure
to-
the police thought it was too coincidental not to look into it, but they
Right.
haven't announced they found anything.
Now the park in that area is there state wildlife area about where the truck was found? So I keep seeing state wildlife signs.
That's what I was BML land. That's what I kept asking.
Bureau of Land Management, yeah.
Yeah.
There has to be what's like a transition area, but like pine, hardwoods, and swamp.
Well, that's certainly good things we could be telling the investigators.
Okay.
We can
Oh,
always
this guy
validate
has-
that on map too. So
Yep.
So since we're talking about a big guy, this guy would have a huge footprints, huge tracks, because he's a big guy. That's something that would be very distinct, because if that's near swamp, he's gonna be leaving tracks.
Except it's been probably so long the tracks would be damaged by weather by now.
That
Could be.
big bloke that you're picking up.
Gene Hudson says park is located at 22620 County Highway, South 56, Eudora, Iowa, 50627. So evidently there is a park located near there.
There
Oh,
you go.
okay.
There you go.
So
Yep. Because I
That
keep seeing a lake.
well, I mean that would make sense. So now we have the 22nd next Friday, but do y'all want to still do the reveal on the 29th, 4 days after Christmas, or do y'all want that week off?
I'm easy. I can do it.
I could do it. I'll
Yeah,
be
no problem.
Why
with me.
not?
Okay. So, all right. So Bob's already got another case for us for the 22nd.
Yep.
Gene says, look at the remark before that. It's called Pine Lake State Road. Wow.
Wow. There you go.
Wow.
Wow. That's great, ladies.
There you go,
I call
Kat.
him Pine Tree Man.
Yep, there you go.
Interesting.
But that big bloke, Angela, that you're talking about,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel he was very, very, very well trained? As in martial arts, armory, all that stuff?
I do pick up that he was a Marine.
Military. Yep.
Well, he
But
was
he
look,
shot him
all
from front.
Marines are riflemen, and they're all taught hand-to-hand combat. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
But he shot him from quite a ways away.
Yeah, because he could easily. He's a Marine marksman.
Right, right. It wasn't close.
Interesting. Same
Yeah, it's a
park,
bit tricky,
not
this
road.
one, I
Okay.
feel. Very tricky. Quite a few layers involved.
Yeah. So, well, let's see if this anything materializes from that. And
So
we
look,
got a next case. Go ahead.
If he was killed in the park, then the truck could easily have been moved and abandoned.
Right.
Where
Right.
it was.
Because there was like 2 locations of the truck, the
I
semi.
believe it.
I'm getting a lot of staged stuff, like staged. I don't know what's staged, and there's paperwork that's been fiddled about as well.
Yeah,
But
I
I
mean,
keep getting staged. It's not my fault. I'm being blamed for something I didn't do. They've been after me for a while, that kind of thing.
The truck was fully loaded with pigs,
Yep.
live pigs.
Yeah, the pigs, they can't leave them that long. They die.
Yeah, they were gone like a day and a half.
Oh, okay.
And
Yes.
believe you me, the pigs in a truck sitting in the middle of the road, somebody's going to call the cops.
Oh, yeah, they squeal.
And they stink.
Yes, horrible. You know there's a pig.
Oh, yeah.
Poor piggies.
They used to park their trucks at a truck stop across from my girlfriend's house when I was in high school. I did not like the pig trucks.
They're the worst trucks to be behind when you're driving on the highway.
Oh, my God, they stink.
That's what we
That and
said.
the chickens.
We had to pick up kids on the
Okay,
bus in Michigan on a pig farm. Oh, man, we couldn't wait to get out of there.
And then I lived 4 miles from 100 and something thousand chickens on a chicken farm. When the wind blew the right way, it was lovely.
Oh, they don't smell good either. Mm.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll call it a wrap, and we'll get ready for tonight's show at 9 o'clock with Kat. Take care,
All right,
everybody.
thank you.
See you
Have a
then.
good
All righty.
day.
Thank you all. Bye bye.
Good
Thanks
job.
for having me.